Welcome back to the Acoustic Shop channel. I am John. Hey guys, it is New Guitar Thursday. Cannonball! Music.
All right, we are live.
Hi guys, I want to get you in the holiday spirit here with a little. Today we're talking about some holiday gift ideas, guys, for the musician in your life. If you enjoyed that and want an encore performance, please put that in the comments. First person to guess that tune wins the knowledge of knowing they knew that tune. So put that in the comments if you know what song that was. Hinkley is monitoring, actually Janelle is monitoring all your comments. Let us know where you are watching from. Hinkley's holding the camera. She's doing all the zooms and pans and action shots. Some close-ups of the kalimba.
Were you expecting a applause?
Yeah, I was a little bit, but
oh, sorry.
I hope you add that in post. Thank you.
I should have put the camera down and clapped.
Yeah, yes, you should.
Right.
Priorities. Guys, let us know where you're watching from. We always love to see where people are tuning in from. And if you got any questions or you have any queries of what might be a good gift for somebody, let me know, because that's what today's Takeover Tuesday is all about. Gift ideas for the musician in your life or for yourself. If you are needing a gift and you want to give some family members an idea of what you might be looking for this year, this might be a good thing. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a tie, and nobody wears ties anymore, right? Am I right? Socks. I
made a whole video.
I actually could use some socks, so. But musical socks. That's what I'm looking for. Kalimbas. These are fun, guys.
From Montana, Springfield.
All the way from Montana, Springfield.
Someone's asking if that's made by Eastman.
No, I don't think Eastman has got into the kalimba world yet. This is actually by Ortega. And we also have one of these that has a pickup installed. So for all you performing kalimba players, you can get cranking.
Dude, heck yeah.
Tune that amp up to 12.
Is that thing scalloped, Jeremy?
Yeah, I think this is forward shifted bracing and scalloped on this one. Tone.
Is that
cap
torrified,
tones.
sir?
I believe it is torrified.
What did you say the first person to guess would get?
They'd get the knowledge of knowing that they know that song.
Okay, I'm pinning that one right now.
Congratulations on recognizing that team.
Uncharted territory.
All right, Uncharted. Great to see you again. Hey, Uncharted, we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. We will be doing our shop talk live at noon tomorrow next door. We got some fun stuff we're going to be performing with in that, and some conversations we'll be having. It is we are still unwinding from our small bit of Saturday sale. Incredible day. Like we've said this a few times, but we set a pretty lofty goal for ourselves. Like, all right, guys, we're going to really push this year. We're going to do it. I think by 2 o'clock we hit that goal and almost doubled it by the end of the day. And we are suffering the consequences of that success right now with a ton of orders to fulfill. Emily next door and Corey's been working side by side with her, cranking out. Yesterday they got 27 instruments packed and shipped and out the door, as well as accessory orders. And we oversold on D'Addario and GHS strings. We had those buy one get one free and buy two get one free. We oversold on them because people were grabbing them in store faster than we can grab the online orders, so they double sold. But the D'Addario order came in, the GHS order came in. We're still waiting on Music Nomad as the last vendor we haven't gotten yet, but we are able to fulfill those orders, so they are going out. Our goal is to have everything fulfilled by tomorrow. And I think we're going to reach it. And if you did do a coupon code or one of the discounts didn't apply correctly to the cart, believe me, we went through every order and looked at those. We have marked them. We can't adjust the pricing until they've shipped because then it takes it out of our order screen if we do a price adjustment. So we're leaving them in the order screen until they ship, and then we're going to go back through and retroactively refund the difference that you should have received. So if you guys saw that maybe you didn't get the discount for the strings or for a guitar you bought, we are going to be applying those. We have a spreadsheet, guys. You know how I am about spreadsheets. I made the spreadsheet, and it itemizes who didn't get the discount, and then we're going to go back through each one of those and correct all those. So rest assured, we are looking out for you.
Jeremy, that's super nice. That's super cool.
Hey, if we're not on the ball, the customer shouldn't suffer for it. So we're going to take care of that. Or are you talking about my spreadsheet? The spreadsheet is pretty super cool too.
Yeah, I was mostly talking spreadsheet.
Any comments or questions so far?
We have Bulldogger JK just said, I got my SBS order today. Let me start by saying Trent has the nicest handwriting I've ever seen.
Trent, indeed. That was the reason we hired him. Like, when he started filling out his paperwork, we're like, all right, you're hired. He should be like just a handwriting expert. You know, that people like, yeah, we got a comment that they just received their order and Trent has the nicest handwriting they've ever seen. So I'm glad the order arrived. I hope you love it. Thank you for being patient. That's a great thing about you guys, is you really supported us for that day. And everyone that we contacted after that has said, you know what, guys, we understand it's a big day for a small business like you guys. We are not really geared for that many orders. We definitely need to step it up a bit. But thank you guys for being so patient about that. It really means a lot.
We do have a question. How far do you think you've made it through all the instrument shipments?
I'd say we're 90% there. I think there's about 20 or 30 instruments left. Less than that, probably. There's probably about 20 instruments left. And they're over there right now. Most of them made it through inspections. Liz is working on some right now. On top of the orders that we got Saturday, almost 2 weeks ago, we are still getting in 3 to 5 instrument orders every day that still have to be inspected, new strings put on them, set up, and all that. So we're still trying to keep those guys that weren't part of the sale, not necessarily to the front of the line, but they have expectations of, hey, I put an order in 2 days ago, where is it? So we're trying to make sure we keep those in the queue with the rest of the orders. So the goal is to have them all out by tomorrow. That is our goal. There were a few that needed some pickup installs. Those are going to be a little bit longer now that we're getting caught up on the actual standard shipments. The pickups will be installed and we'll be getting those out. But if you're curious if yours is shipped or anything, just send us an email. We'll try to reply to that. Or if you can just be patient, we are trying to update you as soon as those ship. And believe me, we don't miss any of them. But if you're curious on any of them, contact us. Give us a phone call. We'll let you know where you stand. And yeah, I'm very proud of everybody for getting through that many instruments. 50 guitars, I believe we had, that needed inspected, restrung, neck adjustments, boxed up. Then we had to grab all the other accessories, strings and stuff that went with that order, make sure everything was in there, package it, ship it. Mandolins, I think we did 35 mandolins between the MD305 and the MD315, plus some 815s. And man, it's just a huge day, but we afterwards like, all right, guys, we're going to just get these out. We said, no, we don't want to rush these. We want that same level of customer experience that we want all of our customers to have, regardless of if they got it on sale or not. So we're still making sure we get those all inspected, restrung. A couple of them didn't pass QC. Liz had to put some new saddles in a couple of the guitars because they were too low on the action. So it takes a little time, but we want to make sure you guys are still getting that highest level of service, even with a slight delay. But I'm pretty proud of the speed that this has been moving through, that many orders.
Speaking of taking some time, when will you fill the empty guitar hooks that we see?
Yes. So Emily is both our receiving expert, does the receiving of product and the shipping. And we said, you know what? We got to prioritize shipping. She's getting the shipping out as quickly as possible. We do have some guitars next door. We have an Eastman delivery, I think, expected by Friday.
See, that's what I was going to bring up.
Yes.
Eastmans, they're coming in.
We're getting more Eastmans to replace. Honestly, guys, we anticipated what we were going to sell this year for Small Business Saturday. We ordered extra for the next 4 months. We nearly sold all of that on that one day. So we expected to have all those hooks filled with stuff we had already purchased. Trent has photographed the majority of the things we do have in stock, but we just got to make sure it's all received properly before we can put it out on the floor. But we have some empty hooks, but they won't be empty for long. But again, we're prioritizing the shipments, guys.
Hey, they might be empty if somebody's buying a gift
for
somebody that they care about.
Yeah, exactly. You can empty a few more of these slots if you'd like.
Empty a few more, get a gift.
We do have Hi from Oregon. I've recently tried Martin retro strings. Do you know of any other strings that sound and play similar?
Okay, if you're looking for that tone of retro, there's a few different style of retro. We right now have the Tony Rice ones in stock. I think they did a Lawrence Juber. It is a very warm, somewhat dull tone. Tony Rice really preferred that softer, mid-range. In that vein, around as well, and Stereo might see any of them in stock. Martin retros because we obviously love Tony Rice, so Lawrence Jubers as well. I would say silk, but normally they come in a very light action, so the same feel that you're used to with those retro strings. John can, we can absolutely have him answer it tomorrow, but I think the Monel wound that you get with those retro is a very unique tone, and you can find Monel wound from other manufacturers, but that's pretty much, it stands on its own. The nickel bronze is a little bit brighter and a little bit punchier than that, but still gives some of that softer tone, not as bright as the bright bronze or the phosphor bronze. So you might try out the nickel bronze.
Your mic is cutting out.
Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Did I walk too far away? Does it look all right on your side there? Testing 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you might put it in headphones. Let me know if I drop out, but I might have just been walking too far away from Hinkley. Guys, one of the things I was going to show you, stocking stuffers. Again, we are waiting on the Music Nomad, so we didn't put these online yet, but we will have these online in the next day or two. Really cool ideas. If you I'm cutting out. Do I need to switch with Hinkley?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, Hinkley, let me take your mic. You can cut out.
That should be unmuted. Haha, you guys don't need to hear me.
Testing 1, 2, 1, 2. Am I better? All right. Not to cut out on you guys, but we're doing these really cool stocking stuffers. We picked some of our favorite products for both mandolin, or for all three, mandolin, guitar, and banjo. Things for the mandolin player in your life that they need, and you can get it all in one stocking that you can hang over the mantle or on the tree. Really cool things. The Boveda Humidipacks for the mandolin, so that's the smaller kit for small instruments. The starter kit. We have the grommets to go behind the bridge to get rid of those overtones. Really cool thing. We've been shipping all of our mandolins with these now. A set of D'Addario phosphor bronze strings, 2 sets actually, the LS or EJ74s, and then the Music Nomad string winder and clipper. Cool thing about the Music Nomad, excuse me, does have these 3 different size grooves for the button. Mandolins have those much smaller buttons, so this way it grips that button no matter what the size of it is. They kind of show that in the picture here. And then it does have the clipper as well. I use this all the time, and this is a really cool one.
To like the D'Addario one.
I do like this one more because it has a ball bearing and also a rubber, what would you call it, tuner peg grip. And that way you're not leaving those little scratch marks around the headstock of your mandolin or guitar. So really cool, all the things that they would really love to have, even if they have a lot of products for their instrument already. These are ones they're going to use. Really cool set, and we'll have these online hopefully tomorrow. If not, just give us a call. We can do these over the phone. And if we're waiting on a couple of products, it might just take a couple days to get out to you. But $79. Normally, I think these each run about $100 to $125, depending on which kit. And we're doing them all for $79.99. Same with the guitar. We have a question, Janelle?
We do have a question. How come you had a mustache demonstrating the Yamaha FG9s?
Guys, it's the magic of television or the delay of editing. A lot of these things we film, there's a queue. They've got so many videos already in the can, as they say in the industry, and then they got to go through and edit those. And some of them are timed around releases like the Yamaha. We had to wait till we actually got some FG9s in. We started releasing those because we're like, I don't know if we're ever going to get the FG9. We might as well start releasing this content. Finally, they did arrive, and we released it, but that was when I had a mustache, and it's kind of just a snapshot in time.
There's some more Jeremy mustache.
There will be some more Jeremy. That's the cool thing about it is I can change my facial hair, and it lives on forever. Very similar kit for guitar. We have the guitar Boveda starter kit, so a little bit larger. It has the 4-packs, the saddle to go over the strings, a set of EJ16 light strings, really nice capo from Shoppe. So the standard Shoppe capo, one of the workhorses of capos. The Guitar Pro winder from D'Addario, and then a guitar sound hole tuner. These are really cool. They work for the guitar. They actually go inside the sound hole of your guitar, and you can you'll be the only one to really see it. You push the button down there. Everybody thinks you can tune by ear because you're just looking down in the sound hole of your guitar and magically getting in tune. So we got a couple different kits. We'll cover all those in more detail as we get the full stocking of the stockings. As soon as we get our stocking stocked, we will give you guys a full breakdown of what's in those, and it will be available on the website.
Heck yeah.
But the idea behind it is if you bought all these things separately, you'd be paying about 25 to 30% more than this. We're just kind of bundling them and giving you a discount, and you get to you get the stocking free. The stocking comes with it.
We do have a question. Since you're so rich from the... Oops, I'll repeat that.
Okay.
Since you're also rich from the SBS success, will you pick a couple of guitars to give away free via a drawing of all customers who purchased on SBS?
Are we
Guys,
so
we're
rich from the
for discounting things 40% beyond our normal selling price. It was very successful, but there's also a lot of costs involved in that. But we do have plans next year to start doing some bigger drawings throughout the entire year. So the marketing team's been working on this. We are going to be trying to give away instruments, accessories. We're going to be like the giveaway shop. We're going to be the Westinghouse, or what was the magazines that you had to subscribe to get the free Come on,
Jeremy?
you're old enough to remember.
No.
He was the sidekick for Johnny Carson and
Oh, really?
Ed McMahon. Go to your house. Somebody on there knows what I'm talking about. We're the something drawing house. Anyway, you had to subscribe to to magazines, and then they gave away millions of dollars. We're not
Really?
going to quite be there, but we are going to be giving away picks, strings, tone guards, all kinds of really cool things throughout the year. And this is for our subscribers and followers on all of our social media sites, because we really appreciate the engagement. It is really, we know that is what drove the success of Small Business Saturday, was the online followers. You guys are a great team, and you guys tuned in. We were watching the numbers, and people tuning in for the entire live stream and interacting with each other, commenting to each other. It was just so heartening to see, and that really drove the sales for the day. So we're going to reward you guys throughout the year next year with lots of giveaways. And then eventually we're going to be giving away some big stuff. The goal is to where we're giving away like Thompson guitars and McPherson's and just big things. So stay tuned, become part of the environment, and you guys are going to be first to know about it.
Everyone is just saying Publishers Clearinghouse.
Publishers Clearinghouse.
Publishers
Thank you.
Clearinghouse, there
I
we
said
go.
Westinghouse, but Publishers Clearinghouse. I remember when those things would come in the mail.
Nice.
My grandma would sign up for like 30 magazines just to hopefully get
Really?
a better chance, even though it said you didn't have to
That's
subscribe
wild.
to you.
I just want to
win.
point out real quick, if everybody could also just tell all of their friends to subscribe, then we'll reach
Good
our
point.
goals even quicker.
We are trying to hit a goal of 30,000 by the end of the year. That's a stretch goal. We don't think we're going to hit that.
Yeah.
It's a little bit too high to hit in 3 weeks. If we do that, it'll be amazing. But I believe in you guys. Hinckley doesn't believe in you. I believe in you guys. We can get
don't
that
believe in you
30,000.
guys.
But even if we can get
Wrong.
to, what is it, 27 we're trying to go for? 27,000?
I think that 27,000 is actually pretty realistic.
That's our goal
where
for the
we're
end of the
at.
year. I'm really pushing to get to the 30,000 just as a vanity metric. So I'm going to probably hire some bots to subscribe to us. But we prefer real live people whenever possible. Look who's here,
There
guys.
you go.
Hi.
We have Reagan making
I
a
wanted to
visit.
know what new gifts to get for Christmas.
Aw, thanks for
Also-
asking.
Tone slabs. He's looking for mandolin.
Tone slabs, mandolin tone slabs. I really like that one you got right there. I think that's my thickness. Yeah, the 1.3. So this is very much like the CT55 from Blue Chip. I really like the tone of it. Very bright and clear, crystalline sounding even. I also like the Darth tone. That's actually become my favorite. Is that the one you got? 1.3 or 1.4. So these are also great gifts, guys. I know a $40 pick seems a little extreme. $45. It's 1.5. So I think that's the tweeners, small stores. Blue chip picks and tone slabs are great gifts. They're very small, but they're often a thing that the musician in your life doesn't feel like they want to spend the money on themselves. But if you bought them that, they would be ecstatic. I have had a blue chip pick for 10 years now that hardly shows anywhere. It's on the back of my phone in my Picchini, another great gift idea. The Picchini holds your pick to your phone, that way you never lose that. So I've had that blue chip pick for about 8 to 10 years, and then I also have my tone slab in my other pocket. Great gifts. Believe it or not, and I've got some students here, I should just throw them on the camera, but it makes a huge difference in your playing tone and playability. These picks, you'll be surprised. If you haven't watched already, we did a comparison video where we did can you tell the difference between a high price pick and a low price pick? Just did the pick challenge, and you'll be surprised. You try it for yourself, see if you can hear the difference.
Watch it, watch
We
it.
have some questions coming through. Love the Christmas stocking idea. Any stockings for banjo or ukulele
We
players?
do. Ukulele players we don't have because I don't think we have enough accessory for ukulele. That is something we'll try to rectify in the next year because, hey, ukuleles are acoustic instruments, right? There's just none of us play them, so there's a little less love for them.
So our drums.
Yeah, so our drums, thank you.
We're branching out.
All right, we do have the JD Crow signature set from GHS, the banjo tuner, so now from D'Addario. This goes into the brackets, the tension hooks of your banjo, kind of right around the rim of it, and then so that way it's always on your banjo, doesn't get in the way or break like some of the headstock tuners might. Again, the starter kit, the smaller one for banjo, and then some picks in here and a capo. So we got the D'Addario finger picks. Always good to have spare picks with you. Those are the Nationals, now owned by D'Addario, and also a Page tuner. Really like these because they stay capo, Page capo. These stay on the headstock all the time, so you don't lose it. This one is the 5th string that fits up to the 4th fret. So we also have another one of those we could swap out if you need it that goes past that 4th fret, and that way you can go up to where the wider part of your neck happens to be past the 5th string tuner.
Do you happen to know if there's going to be any MD 515s in the upcoming shipment?
Yes, I believe there are some MD515s. I don't know which ones because we have so many different 515s
I think
now.
that John was just really restocking. But if there's anything specific that you want, please give us a call and we can actually, you know,
good
check
thing
the
is,
order.
yeah,
We can always pre-order stuff for y'all.
Eastman has been, obviously, everyone was hit after the pandemic with supply chain issues, but Eastman is getting caught up now where they're showing us in-stock availability, and most models now are available to ship, so that's a good news. I'm going to cough again, so let me mute.
I'll entertain the folks right now.
Guys, I've had a cough from way before Thanksgiving, and it will not go away. But good thing I was on that 7-hour live stream very much. I was back there answering phones and coughing in the phone. Let me show you some. Do we have any other questions real quick?
Yes. Didn't Jason promise to shave off his beard if you reach 30,000 subs this year?
He did. So that's a motivating factor right now to hit 30,000. Jason's going to shave off his beard. I will make Jason shave his beard if he hit 30,000 subs by December 31st, guys. I'm committing to it right now. These we do have on order. These ones are the octave mandolin ones. But I have talked to, again, we have another great video about this to see if we can hear a difference. Tone guards, they go on the back of the instrument, keep it off of your stomach. It makes such a huge difference in the volume of the instrument, a little bit deeper tone as well, but just letting the instrument vibrate. When it's touching your belly, you're really killing a lot of those tones. This keeps it off your stomach, gives you a lot more volume. Right now we only have the octave mandolin ones and the dreadnought guitars. We actually sold like 3 of these dreadnoughts in the last 2 days, so I don't know what's going on there, but people are realizing they're great gift ideas is probably what it is.
I was going to bring up that they're also available for Banjo.
Yeah, we also have some Banjo ones available. All these are a little low right now, but I do know that our order is been made with tone guard, and they should be here within the next week. That's our goal. So if there's one of these you're looking for, let us know. We'll put it on reserve for you. But a great gift idea because it's, again, one of those products that a lot of times people may not reach out and get for themselves, but they will love you for it. I've had to, again, it was early on before he did any of this really cool powder cutting and water cut version of these. He was just welding each one of these wires and then spray painting them. I have one of those earliest models that I've had probably 25 years. Huge difference on those.
Got a couple more questions.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that many banjo players using capos. Is that common?
Yes, it is pretty much essential to have a banjo player playing with a capo. Really, you can only go up to about...
Didn't notice that many banjo players are using capos.
Yep. Especially in bluegrass, it's essential because a lot of songs are in the key of B, B flat. Anywhere past A is really hard to play with. Now, some expert banjo players, Basil Fleck, Alan Mundy, those guys, they can play in open keys. They still like to have a banjo for a lot of songs. Maybe old-time banjo doesn't use them as much, but definitely bluegrass, Earl Scruggs style banjo, including Earl Scruggs uses a capo all the time.
Another question, have the Adkins arrived?
I don't believe the Adkins have arrived yet, no. We should have a couple of them hopefully on the water soon. I know we've got...
To my knowledge...
We're doing a rolling order with him.
Yeah, the heavily aged.
The heavily aged white rice should be...
Which is going to be awesome.
Yeah,
and
it may be sitting at the border somewhere waiting for release from DHL, so I got to check that. Haven't arrived yet, but I know the heavily aged was on the water a while ago, so I need to double check on that.
Probably any day.
Texas saying hello to Reagan. Reagan said hello back.
Yep.
What
Reagan's,
about cutaway
she's still
guitars?
teaching lessons here at the shop, still doing some violin lessons. Today's not her normal day, so maybe she's doing some makeup lessons, but she drops in every now and then. She ditched us on Small Business Saturday. She was in Colorado soaking up the winter sun.
The winter sun.
Getting some of that Rocky Mountain High air. Colorado. That was a John Denver
The
song.
next one was, what about cutaway guitars?
What about them? They exist. We have a number of them, guys. We have different price points of them. PCH. So any of the GACE is going to be like a Grand Auditorium cutaway electric. So in the Eastman model, those are all cutaways.
Ask them what they want to know.
Yeah, in Breedlove, nearly all of their standard Breedlove models are cutaway guitars. So it's more that modern guitar. We have the upper end Eastmans as well. Some of like the 450 or 440 or 222 CE. We got the 722, the 922. So all these are also going to be cutaways. And the 7 and 9 also have that sound port on the side and the comfort bevel. Ooh, and talk about gorgeous.
How about getting Tony to make some OM grands?
OM
Guards.
guards
Sorry, not
for-
grands.
Okay, yeah, we have talked to him about that, and I think he may revisit it.
That's a pretty big
Yeah,
request.
oh, right in the sunlight right
Yeah,
there.
you are.
So, I sent a letter to Tony saying, hey, can we do some specials for Small Business Saturday? He was totally open to it, except that I contacted him too late and he couldn't get enough produced. But he said, I've got to thank you guys for your YouTube video. Dreadnought guards were about dead and I was going to quit making them, except after making that video, sales really shot back up. So we had talked to him about some OM guards for OM size guitars, and at the point in time, even the Dreadnoughts weren't selling good enough. Now that those Dreads are doing so well, he may be revisiting that. We'll keep pressuring him because I think it would make a massive difference on OM.
The case from closing properly?
I always have, the question was, do the tone guards affect the case being able to close? You got a mic on, don't you? I always put my mandolin away with the tone guard on. I know some people that take it off every time. I think that's a personal preference. Part of it is how concerned you are with any scratches or anything happening to the instrument. Mine is a workhorse instrument. If it gets scratched or beat up a little in the case, I'm fine. But I haven't had an issue with that. So I always put it away in the case with it on.
The person who was asking about cutaway guitars is wondering if the guards work.
Okay.
Can I answer that?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I asked if I could answer that. Okay, so real quick, I would highly recommend, if you've not watched that video, please watch our tone guard review. We answer all of these things that you guys are already asking.
Yeah,
but yes, the Dreadnought does fit the Grand Auditorium shape.
Exactly. It depends on what size cutaway you have. We should try it on one of those breed loves, but most of the lower bout.
I did put it on the Eastman for the video.
Yep. Now most lower
Just so
bouts
you're
of
aware,
a guitar.
Hinkley, we cannot hear you. You cut out.
The cutaway is normally only this upper bout that's being affected. Otherwise, the bottom of the guitar, the lower bout of it, is the same size as a standard Dreadnought. So that is going to fit fine there. Let's try it out on one of the breed loves just to confirm that.
Heck yeah.
How much is the six-string banjo?
Hinkley was saying, if you haven't got a chance to do so, please watch the YouTube video comparing, or really doing a review on the tone guards, because we answer a lot of these questions that you're asking here. So if we don't answer one of them here, check out that video, and we will probably be answered on there. So yes, the breed love guitars also do. The cool thing about these is they have this little extra arm here that flexes, so you can pull that out, and it gives you a good quarter inch on each one of those to fit most any body size. Obviously, you don't want to be too tight, but that one fit on there really easy. Again, really cool. I don't know if you can see there, down inside there, it separates the guitar body from the back of the guard, which means that's not sitting on your stomach when you're playing. There's just a big separation there. Makes a big difference in being able to let that back just really resonate. And it's surprising how much effect the back of the guitar or mandolin has on overall volume and tone. Yes?
We have a question about how much is the six-string banjo?
The six-string banjo. Let's go over and look at that. We got a Deering six-string Good Time in stock. Looks like we have a open back six-string banjo right now. Normally they also make a resonator six-string banjo. Open back six-string banjo, guys, is basically a guitar on a banjo body. So the same tuning as a guitar. That's why you'll see a lot of country players playing these, because they're guitar players that don't want to learn how to play the banjo. They just want to sound like it. Price on this one is $789. So good price if you're wanting to get into a six-string US built Good Time Deering banjo.
That's a cool, unique sound.
It is a really cool, unique sound. I had one of our friends, Tim Yoder, who he did all the lights in front of the building, does our landscaping. He was listening to a country song. He's like, can you teach me how to play this on the banjo? And I'm trying to work it out. And I'm like, you know what? He's not playing a banjo. That is a guitar. And he's playing a banjo or banjitar or a gitjo. But you're kind of cheating a little bit in the fact that you're not having to learn how to play the banjo and still sounding like you do. Keith Urban style.
If playing plugged, does the tone guard make any difference?
If playing plugged in?
Yes.
Personally, like your own feedback, when I'm playing the mandolin with a tone guard on, it's about twice the volume. And the weird thing is, and we talked about this in the video, it was kind of hard to capture on video, but everyone in the room noticed it. Like it sounds twice the volume and a much deeper tone. You can hear it in the video, but I think it's more pronounced in person. And even if you're plugged in, it's actually letting that entire instrument, which would affect the pickup as well, resonate more than if you didn't have it on.
Is there any word on the acoustic shop working with Iris guitars?
Iris guitars. Yes, yes, yes. We've got to schedule a meeting with him. We are negligent. No, here's the thing. Being the size we are as a business, we are very excited to bring on some brands, but we don't want to just do it. I almost said improper thing on. We don't know half do it on for any brand. We want to make sure that we're going all in, getting the content together, making sure we're getting the right orders, going through their inventory to get to know the brand. And it's kind of hard to do on a massive scale. We brought on a few mandolin brands this last year. It's a little slow to get them in. Same thing with Yamaha. That was a new one for us, and we had to really start to learn the brand more. We're still learning it. There's so many models that I'm not familiar with that I got to get more familiar with. Iris was one we were very impressed with at the NAMM show 1 year ago. And actually, I guess it was just the summer, or they moved it to April. So it's been this year. But we said we need to get these guitars in, and then it's just been, it's been shelved.
The beginning of this year.
So we do have NAMM, guys, is going to be in January again in Anaheim. It's going to be bigger than ever. We are going to go out there and film everything. So we will be at every single booth, filming every single product, nonstop. It'll be a 24-hour live stream.
Glad I'm not on the show.
I'm glad Trent and Janelle are going to be worn out. Now, we're going to go feature a lot of these guys, but we're also going to make some contacts and get some new instruments in because it's time to just keep expanding because it's fun to discover new instruments, and Iris was one that we really liked when we saw them, both at the NAMM show, and then John and Jason visited them with a bunch at the Fretboard Summit up in Chicago. So yes,
We
the
have
answer
somebody
is yes.
wondering if we have Banjolins.
Banjolins, we need to get those again. We got those from Gold Tone, and they make a really cool instruments. Again, this one is well, there's two different ones. They made a banjo. Okay, so I'm thinking of a different one. I was thinking the Banjitar.
Yeah, I know.
Banjolin, Guitarlin,
Guitar mandolin.
Mandotar. Okay, they make a guitar mandolin. Banjolins, I think we still got a couple of the old. This one. We got a ukulele, a banjolele. John just likes to interrupt my Takeover Tuesday. Okay. I hope we might get some more Banjolins in, but I know Gold Tone makes one of those as well, Banjolin. No plans for it. I think we might have a couple still next door in that old vintage collection. We still haven't got all those online yet.
Somebody wondering where we go from here. Are we getting a bigger shop?
We're looking at expansion. I guess we can break some of that news. We do have drawings for expanding this building into a bigger showroom, partially to make sure that we have enough space to really bring on a few extra brands. And also, because we're doing so much online, we need to make sure we're keeping instruments presented well in a very climate-controlled environment. We don't want to just become a warehouse shop where they're sitting in a box on a shelf. We want them to be out and be seen. Yeah, we want them to be out and be seen and properly maintained. So we need a bigger showroom. We're looking into expanding that as well this next year. Cut them off with a tree. Holiday gift ideas, John. We already talked about stockings. We talked about tone guards. The armrests, I think, are another really cool one. Also, these, guys, you need these. Check these out. Acoustic Shoppe thermal mugs. We got the ones with the handles and also just 20-ounce ones. These things keep your drink hot all day. I have to put ice in my drink because it's so hot I can't drink it for 40 minutes. So these work great. These ones have a screw-on lid. And these are from Arctic, which Arctic is a great brand to new colors. Yes, we got that. And those sold really well on Small Business Saturday. Then the standard black 20-ounce, we got a few of those too. These just have the flip lid. Again, these things, hot or cold, they will keep them that way for a long time. We even have a 30-ounce for you guys that really like your coffee. That's copyright. Don't say Bill Gulp. All right, armrests, guys. I haven't put one of these on my mandolin yet. I don't know why, because every student and player I know that has one, they are very comfortable. These are built over in Slovakia by a friend of ours, Richard Shafesky, and his company, Banjo Lit. So they're making the mandolin armrests. They have a few other colors. We're missing one here for the Maple Custom, which is my favorite. So we've got a bunch of different ones of those. And also his original ones, you got them on the wall behind Janelle over there, the Banjo ones. You can see that Maple Custom. I think that's just gorgeous looking. Again, a very affordable gift. I think the mandolin ones are about $79, $89 for that. And then the banjo ones, depending on which banjo one you get, they have just the cover that goes over your current armrest or one that replaces it. So between $40 and $79 or $89 as well. So really good gift ideas for there. And strings, you can't go wrong with strings, capos. Everybody needs those. String Joy, if they haven't tried those out yet, they will probably love getting a chance to try those out without doing it on their own. If you're buying for yourself, if you haven't tried String Joy out, we're going to be doing a review of those soon. And I want to schedule a trip to their workshop because, and I've talked about this before, they actually take that core wire before they wrap it, pull it to the actual tension that string will be in. So each one of the strings is a different tension on your guitar. They pull it to that correct that tension for the core wire, and then they wrap it. Cool thing is then that wrapping is basically holding that string at tension. So even when they let it out of the machine, it's held at the same tension it's going to be when you string your guitar up. So once you get it up to that, you're not really adding a lot more to it, and that keeps tuning stability much better, breakage lower, and it's supposed to help the tone a lot because that string is already kind of.
So they say.
So they say they're getting. I think they said they get 20% more wraps on it than you would on a string that's not stretched, pre-stretched. So that's really cool.
I can't find it, but I saw a comment earlier asking what humidity should be at if your guitar is just out on the stand.
So humidity in general, the sweet spot, if you will, the ideal for best tone, like if you get it too saturated, it kind of weighs down the wood a little bit, doesn't let it resonate. And if you let it dry out, it starts to get dangerous. The ideal safe to tone ratio is in that 45 to 55%. So there you got kind of that 10% range. Much more than that, you start to weigh it down a little bit and it gets a little dull sounding. Strings go dead a little sooner. If you get much lower than 45, it gets in that danger zone. 30 and below, that's when cracking can start to happen and warping of the fretboard or bridge. So that's why we really like the Boveda and the D'Addario Humidipacks. Did a big sale on those on Small Business Saturday. I've got those in all of my instruments. And the cool thing about those is they dial them in. Like they make all these different packs for different industry. They have them for cigars. They have them for marijuana. They have them for instruments, which is why we have. And they can dial them in to say, this is the proper humidity level for this application. For instruments, they stay at 45 to 55. 45 to 50 even, I think they really dial it in. And if it gets too humid, it actually sucks up some of the humidity back into the pack. If they aren't humid enough, they let humidity out. Cool thing is you can put one of those hygrometers inside your case and you can see it just maintains the entire time. So that's your ideal place, and that's where those things excel at that. Sponges, you're gonna, if you have a hygrometer that's keeping track, you're gonna see this up and down as the sponge. As the sponge is fresh, it's up here. As it dries out, it's down here. Up here, you keep refilling the sponge. These things just kind of maintain. We're going to be doing some more details about the Dreadnought program, but a very exciting part of that, we include those Boveda starter packs in with every instrument, and we also include the Bluetooth hygrometer, thermometer in every case, so that whether you're taking it from in-store here or we ship you one, you can actually connect to it while it's still inside the box. It'll tell you the current temperature and humidity of your instrument to let you know whether it's safe to open or if it needs to acclimate a little longer. But that stays with your instrument. You're going to get to use that for years down the line. Very exciting. So we'll talk more about the Dreadnought program as we come up. But I'd be remiss if I don't tell you about the #1 gift this holiday season for every household. Yes, the #1, let's see if we still got them in. Oh, yeah, here it is. The #1 gift for every household, the kazoo. You need to buy at least 30 of these to put in everybody's stockings, especially if you got a house full of kids. This will make your holiday so merry. They're going to hum all of your
Give
Christmas
them to your
tunes.
friends' kids,
They can go
and they will
caroling.
love you.
They can go caroling door to door with kazoos. Kazoos and tambourines, guys. Kazoos and tambourines. What a combination. You can't go wrong with those. They're going to make everybody's Christmas merry and bright.
That's great. I think that there was no more questions.
We've had a great time with you guys. We will be back tomorrow at noon next door doing a shop talk where we play instruments. We'll do requests, as many requests you guys put out there. We're going to try them. We're going to talk a little bit more about the Dreadnought program and what our plans for the holiday and some NAMM plans, all kinds of cool stuff going on. We got some updates on the Acoustic Shop limited edition Dreadnought from Eastman, so we'll talk a little bit more about that as well. What? I know, it's exciting. I think they might all be sold already, guys. It's pretty exciting. If you're not on the list already, call us up, put your name on the list.
Can I tell them that we're going to? They can't hear me because my mic messed up. Okay, you guys are gonna look at those banjos real quick. We are also going to be playing some of the new F5 9s or FG9s.
FG9s,
That's
yeah.
what they're called.
I was excited. We had some F5s in.
Yeah.
No, we're waiting on the F5Gs, and then we got the FG9s, and then we got F9s. We got so many different. That's the hard part about bringing on new bring-ins. FG9s.
Real quick before we leave,
We already
if I
sold the
were-
Rosewood FG9, so we got one mahogany, I think.
If I were to purchase the artist print of the Chapmans, could I get that autographed by all of you? If so,
Absolutely.
would that be an extra charge?
No extra charge. In fact, we probably owe you money to do that. Yeah, it's behind that one. The Chapman artwork, really cool. I should mention, Mark got a really great write-up by the Bluegrass Standard. They did a big feature on his artwork in the most recent. Go to bluegrassstandard.com. They got a a digital magazine, and Mark got a full article written about the artwork that he's doing. He started that here at the shop way back when he was a Mandolin student of mine, and he's really taken it so far, coming up with these really great, iconic images of these artists. Very cool article, but yeah, if you want to order that, if you do it online, you can just put in the notes, comments section of your order that you would like that autograph. We'd be more than happy to do that for you, free of charge. And thank you for actually wanting that. Anyway, guys, we'll see you tomorrow for Shop Talk. Have a good Tuesday. Any questions on holiday gift ideas, you let us know, and we'll be sure to help you out any way we can. I forgot to mention buy a McPherson. That's a great holiday. Your ultimate holiday gift, a $10,000 McPherson guitar. They will say, I love you, I love you. It's like those old commercials where they would...
invoice them.
We should do one of those commercials where they used to like do the Lexus, and you really want to surprise them this holiday season. They walk out of the house and there's a Lexus with a ribbon around it. We should do that with McPherson guitars. You really want to make them excited this summer or this holiday season, give them this McPherson guitar and we'll have Big Bow on it.
That's a really good idea.
Okay, we'll work on that. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.
Boy, wait a little bit before you hit stop anyway.